Right, okay, this is the model I'm doing. So the triangle's going to be 40 millimetres each length. The rectangle is going to be 100 millimetres long and 80 millimetres high, and the circle is going to be 100 millimetres diameter. Okay, so right, what we need to do when we are creating the 3D model is to use a cutting mat, a metal ruler, and a pencil, and we're going to use corrugated board. The reason why I'm using corrugated board is because it's quite thick, so it can be built up quite easily, and we need to make sure that we're using a craft knife. For health and safety reasons, when using the craft knife, you should never ever ever put your fingers down on the metal part. It's very, very easy to slice your finger using the craft knife, so it's just you have to be very careful. You always have to keep your eyes on the blade at all times, and when you are using it, you apply pressure to the orange bit. Now, so we're going to start off by measuring, so marking out our measurements. So I said first of all it was the circular base. I'll start off with the rectangle. So I said it was 100 millimetres in length. So if I mark down on one section 100 millimetres, I'm going to mark it down here 100 millimetres, and then I'm going to join them lines up like so. The width of it, I said it was going to be 80. And when you're measuring and marking it, it's very important that you do a couple of measurements. So when you draw a straight line, it's a straight line and it's accurate. So now I've marked on 80 by 100, I'm going to then cut it out using the craft knife and a metal ruler. Now, very important, keep your metal ruler still, keep your eyes focused, and then use the craft knife. Again, applying pressure to the plastic bit. Then take the craft knife all the way down. Leaning against the metal ruler, and then what you've got cut out is something accurate. Now, what a lot of people do is just start slicing away, just start cutting, and then just start breaking things off, and it's not accurate. Also, what people do as well is get a pair of scissors and then start doing this as well. Now that's really, really, really dangerous, because you could slice your fingers off with that blade and it's not safe, right? So accurate at all times, and make sure it's on a craft knife. So that's my middle section, and then I'm going to make the top tier, which is the triangle. So I'm going to start off drawing a straight line. Watch carefully. I'm going to start off drawing a straight line, and I'm going to make sure 10 in width. Now we're making sure that when we're creating a model, it's a really small version of your final one, okay? Right, the centre of that is 50 millimetres, I should say. I'm going to draw the same line to 10 to 100 millimetres, and then to 50 millimetres, and then I'm going to draw a line right in the centre. Now the height I've drawn that for that triangle is about 70 millimetres. Then I'm going to join these lines up like so, and then I've drawn an accurate triangle. It might not be the same measurements as I'd planned out, but that's the thing with modelling. It's about sort of changing your mind as you go on, improving it as you go, and seeing what actually works. And that's a really easy way to create an accurate triangle. With the craft knife, it's good to go over the line several times to make sure it's thoroughly went through. So then I've got another tier here, and then I've got a circular shape. If I've got a protractor here, so I could then just literally draw around that, and then draw around the bottom part to form a circle. I'll do that now. Make sure the line's in the middle, so when you place it against it, sort of accurate. So when you're going to cut a circle out, I suggest you use scissors. Now with scissors, it isn't as accurate when you're cutting a straight line. However, it's more accurate to use them than using a craft knife. So just carefully, again, focusing on what you're doing. If you're chatting and off task, you're going to make a big mess of this model. Right, now I've created 3 tiers, like so, which looks a little bit similar to the original design. Now I need to think about how I'm going to put a pole in the middle of it all to hold it all together. So if I find a centre point, how to find a centre point, very important, watch carefully. If I place my ruler on the corners to that corner and draw a line, and then from that corner to that corner, draw a line, that finds the centre point. You don't have to start working out what's the centre and what's the centre there. You literally just do it like that. Right, so how to find the centre point?
Could you just use like a sharp pencil? Put some blue underneath it and shove a pencil through it. Yeah, like that.
That works very well. Yeah, that's fine. So I found the centre point from my protractor, so I'm going to draw that on. So it's about 10.5, which is about 5.25 centimetres. And then find the centre point for this one. Half of 7, 3.5. Half 7,
It's 3.5.
3.7.
Oh, the 7, 3.5.
Yeah, my bad. Like so. So that we placed up. Right.